So here we are, 2000 into 2024. We're looking at 2025, but let's think about what went on in 24. It was a year full of challenges for a lot of us, but yet still turned out to be a great year. And I know you had a big year, as well. And a lot of the things I look back on when I'm thinking about at the end of the year is I love looking back on the properties that we sold. There's a couple of farms that I just love. I just enjoyed every second of the whole process. And I know you had some of those too. What was one of the things that you were specifically sticks out in your mind?
Well, one of my favorite farms was one in Ballard County on Ogden Colvin, down there close to the refuge.
Oh, nice.
Some locals down there, they acquired quite a bit of ground, and I was able to get to actually gain a new client, made new friends out of that one. But this place is right up my wheelhouse. I mean, it's row crop, duck hunting. It just had everything, and that's just one. I mean, 2024 was great.
It was fun.
Every time, at the end of every year, we look at each other and we're like, man, I wonder what next year is going to bring us. And it just seems like every one of them keeps getting better.
Everybody's working. It is cool.
What about you? What's some of the farms you really?
Well, I had a couple of them. There's one farm I knew these clients for a long time, and they had a little cattle farm down in Ballard, and it was Lotusville. And so he had sold all of his cattle, sold equipment, farm kind of. He got growed up a little bit, and he just didn't have any way of getting it all cleaned up with trying to relocate and doing things. So we teamed up and took a couple of tractors down there and bush hogged, cleaned it up, got it standing tall, looking good, and sold it, essentially, the first day. And that was one of those situations that I do think they would have bought it, but at the same time, they were thankful to see it cleaned up, freshly mowed and looked good, and they could see the lay of the land really, a whole lot better. And they were excited about it. So that, of course, anytime for me, and I know you're the same way, anytime I can get in the tractor and go do something, absolutely, I'm having a big time.
Oh yeah, so it made the whole place look different.
It did, yeah. So yeah, that was one. And but the number of opportunities, there was a group that bought a bunch of ground up in Livingston County. I was able to have a part of, and we've been looking for them for something for a couple of years, and ended up being, it was like everybody that if you work with somebody for a long time, the kids' names, their dogs, everything about them, and that was the part that with that particular deal, I never felt like I was going to work. I always looked forward when I knew we were going to go look at some stuff.
Heck yeah.
And then they ended up buying a lot of ground, and had a really, really cool process to it too, because they were relocating from another state, and things went well for them. Worked out like they hoped it would.
So that's good. That's good. Another one too I wanted to talk about was other one I sold over close to Clark's River. It was 170 something acres, but it was all woods. Of course, to a lot of people, they looked at that. It just looked like a piece of woods,
Sure.
But ended up the man's went in there and he was able to log it. Of course, ended up being a lot more revenue on that end of it.
Oh gosh, imagine.
So he's cleared 40, 50 acres of it, went in there, made a duck hole, flooded it. Of course, deer hunting, turkey hunting, it's got a little bit of everything now. And
it does look like a different farm.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't even recognize it.
It's been an exciting year for us, and we look forward to 25 and looking forward to 25. With saying that, I'm encouraged. We survived some obstacles this year in the real estate business, and still didn't phase us. We were still having one of our best years, and 25, we're kind of hearing interest rates may come down, and but even if they don't, they're not as low as they were, but at the same time, they're still not high.
Yeah.
So we're excited about what's coming up. So we got a few farms that are coming. People are talking to us about. So hopefully we'll be getting those things ready here before too long.
Yeah. When you talk about obstacles too, interest rates this year, I know I sold a farm or two or piece of the land that was around 8%. where 2 years ago,
Yep.
5s,
Right.
6s. I mean, but it never really slowed down. I mean, but a lot of people did talk about it.
Right.
It seems interest rates all year were the talk.
The opportunity time for interest rate, and when that right piece of property comes up, doesn't always match it.
That's right. So, and a lot of people, they're aware of that. You know, they know they've got to jump and ride it out until the interest rates come back where they need them to be.
Yeah. You know, we was talking about looking forward with, you know, the farms coming up. You know, a couple of things that we like to talk with each other about is getting a farm ready. If you know, or thinking you're going to be thinking about, you know, doing some things, you know, what are some of the things that comes to your mind when somebody mentions that? You know, what do I need? When do I need to start thinking about going ahead and getting this thing ready, or what do I need to do to get it ready? You know, and what comes to your mind on stuff?
Well, you made a prime example a minute ago about the farm in Lotusville. You know, it was growed up in weeds. First thing you guys did, you have resources as well as I do. And we went down there and bush hogged it. Just it changed the whole landscape. But if you've got a nice farm that you're wanting to sell and you think it's for deer hunting, turkey hunting, whatever it may be, deer hunting them, get trail cameras, get them out, let us know. We'd be glad to offer that resource, and you know, that's just going to help it sell.
Oh yeah.
The first question a deer hunter wants to know is, have you killed any big deer?
You got any trail cam pics?
Got any pictures? Well, if you don't have that, you know, that lets the wind, kind of lets the wind out of their sails, unless they know the joining places.
Yep. Same thing with duck hunters. You know, if how many ducks they kill on it last year?
That's, man, I have got asked that question 500 times this year.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that to provide them, you know, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Even though you know what its potential of as a buyer
Right.
and an investment.
Right.
That's a really hard decision to step all out.
Yeah, it is. Well, buddy, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to see what 25 is gonna, you know, how it's gonna roll out for us. And I feel very confident that it's gonna be another good year.
I do too.
For clients on both sides.